right. All right. So where are we? We are in our series. We are in our Ikigai series. That's where we are. And that's where we're continuing to be. Okay. So let's just do a quick recap for this week. So we know that Ikigai means the value of being alive, a reason for being, a reason for being. Yes. And then we talked about passion, right, as one of the components of Ikigai, right? And passion is the intersection between what you love and what you are good at. Then we talked about mission, right? And mission is the intersection between what you love and what the world needs. And there's the diagram. And then today we're going to talk about profession. And perfection, as you can see from the diagram, perfection is the intersection between what you are good at and what you can be rewarded for or what you can be paid for. So profession is a combination of passion and profession. Okay, so I want to read something to you from this book. It's one of my favorite books, Let Your Life Speak by Parker Palmer. And I highly recommend this book if you are searching for your calling. If you're searching for your calling, this is a great book to help you with that. So this is what Parker writes, and it's in the chapter called Listening to Life. Before you tell your life what you intend to do with it, listen for what it intends to do with you. Before you tell your life what truths and values you have decided to live up to, let your life tell you what truths you embody, what values you represent. So you might be saying, Rev Melissa, why are you reading that? And we're talking about profession. Because it's important that our professions reflect our truths and our values, especially our values. And if we are in a profession that reflects our values, then you could say, I am in a profession that is true to me, that is true to my calling, right? And more than likely, if that is the case, you are also experiencing what you love to do, right? Your passion is showing up in your profession too. But we know a lot of folks, a lot of us, maybe some of you, there is a disconnect between what you love, your passion, and your profession, what you're getting paid for, right? So I became curious about the word profession, and especially curious about profess, right? So I looked it up. So profess means to declare openly, to announce, or to affirm. However, it also means to lay claim to, often insincerely, or to pretend to. I thought that was really interesting. Those two definitions that seem very different from each other, right? So to declare openly, to announce or affirm, and also to lay claim to, often insincerely, or pretend to. So some of us are in our pretend professions. We have professed a profession that we may not be passionate about. And that's okay. That's okay. The opportunity is to check in to see if there is anything in your profession, anything in the work that you do that you really love to do, right? There probably is. You might not have been paying attention to it because you might be so focused on all the things that you don't like about what you do, right? Because that's what we have a tendency to do. We focus on the negative, but there's probably something in your profession that is calling to you that you love, right? It's something that you can announce, something that you can affirm for yourself in your profession, something that you can lay claim to and invite yourself to stop feeling insincere about what it is that you're doing, right? Some of us feel like we are imposters in our professions, and we're just like waiting to be found out that we don't really know what we're doing. And a lot of us feel that way. A lot of us feel that way. But the invitation is to apply some love, to apply some passion, to look for it in your profession. And I love what came to me this morning was, let's profess our passion in our profession. Let's profess our passion in our profession. Whatever it may be, let's look for something in our profession that we are passionate about. So I know when I had a 9 to 5, I was blessed to love my profession, right? And one of my professions was in human resources. I'm a human resources professional. And there are aspects of that job, of that profession, that I love, listening to people, you know. What I did a lot was, just give voice to the elephant in the room, like, let's just stop pretending like this is what the issue is here. Looking at culture, looking at leadership in organizations. These are things that I love to do as a human resources professional. There were a lot of things that I did not enjoy doing whatsoever, right? And if I spend all my time focused on those things that I did not enjoy doing, which I often did, right? I often did that. I would go home miserable, right? Feeling like I had not contributed at all, right? But in those moments, I would have those days where I was so locked into what I was passionate about in human resources, and that was the people. I was plugged into the people, right? That's what I was passionate about. And so how can I use that passion for people in any job that I happen to be in? And sometimes that worked. That worked for my benefit. All the time it worked for my benefit. But a lot of times I would ruffle some feathers, y'all. I would ruffle some feathers, and then we would just have to part ways, or I would have to move on, right? But what I took with me everywhere that I went was I was sincere about my passion for people to be recognized, to be honored, to be appreciated, to be held accountable in a compassionate way in their work. Yes? So we have that opportunity, no matter what we're doing, no matter what profession we are in, we can look for the passion there, because we're there. We're there. So if we're there, our passion is there too. And sometimes we have to listen for it, as Parker said. Listen in for the value, listen in for the truth. Profess your profession. Profess the passion within your profession is the invitation in Ikigai, right? We spend a lot of time at work, some 8, 9, 12 hours a day. Imagine spending half your day in misery. That's not Ikigai. So we're intersecting what we love we're intersecting what we're good at and what we love, right? In profession. What are you good at and what you can be paid for? That's what it is. What you are good at and what you can be paid for. So you had homework. You were doing a list, remember? The things that you love and the things that you are good at, right? So look at the things that you love, look at the things that you are good at, and see if any of those things are showing up in your work, in your profession. Just check it out. You might be surprised that you might have some things on your list of the things that you love and the things that you're good at show up in your profession, or you can create it for yourself, right? There might be an opportunity for you to create that in your workplace. Maybe. It's possible, y'all. We're living in the space of possibilities. So it's possible. Yes? So what you are good at and what you can be paid for is the intersection of profession, your passion and your profession. All right. So if your job doesn't get you up in the morning, can any of us relate to that? My job just does not get me up in the morning, right? That was my experience. It just wasn't getting me up in the morning. As a matter of fact, I just wanted to pull the covers up over my head and say, no, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Are you in that place right now? There's an opportunity for you to peep out from underneath the covers and look to see, okay, what am I good at here? What am I good at? Let me hold on to what I am good at, right? Let me focus on that. Let me focus on that. And then see if there's anything in your profession that you really love, that you can contribute more to. Yes? Okay. All right. So this is the homework, y'all. Look at your list of what you're good at. See if it translates into something that you can be paid for. So let's say you look on your list and you're like, oh, there is nothing on my list that I'm good at that can be translated into something that I could be paid for. And guess what? I'm going to say that ain't true. Go look again. There is something that you are good at that can translate into what you can be paid for, because you may already be being paid for it, and you might just need to, tweak it somehow. Have a conversation with some folks at your job, with your supervisor, with the management team, to bring out more of that essence of what you love to do, of what you're good at. Okay? All right. All right. So tomorrow we're going to talk about vocation, and we're going to wrap up Ikigai. I so enjoy Ikigai, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes, and getting connected to their Ikigai. Yes, the passion, the mission, the vocation, and the profession intersecting and getting us up in the morning in joy. So if you need some support with all of that, just reach out to me. We can have a conversation one-on-one. Just send me a DM and we will set up some time to talk. All right. So now, peace and blessings. Peace and justice, everybody. Live life in joy, connected to your yes.